Hey, what's going on, y'all? Happy Friday. Chris of To The Window here, checking in with you for your Footy Friday update before we get ready for a big weekend. As always, make sure you like, subscribe to everything that Jemiah and I are putting out on the channel. Please follow us on Instagram as well. You can check him out on Picket, and I'll have my Action Network details coming up for you guys by the time we record on Monday. So I want to hit you guys with a few numbers here before we get ready for the weekend for MLS and Premier League matches that are happening on May 1st and May 2nd, 2026. So I'm going to run through these real quick, give you guys something to think about, and let you go enjoy your weekend. So first things first, we're going to head overseas to the Premier League, and there's a handful of interesting games this weekend. I think we got 5 on Saturday, we got 4 on Sunday, which means we should have a fixture today. I think Leeds and Burnley, don't really care about it. But regarding the matches that are happening on Saturday and Sunday, the first one that I'll get into that's really interesting to me is Brighton against Newcastle. I'm going to go Brighton on the money line, plus 160 over Newcastle. Newcastle's in dire straits right now, y'all. They have lost 5 in a row. There's a lot of discussion about the players they've signed over the summer leaving, a lot of concern over Eddie Howe's future. Brighton is that annoying road team. They're known to go on the road and beat the Man U's and the Liverpools and the Chelseas of the world. I love their potential here at plus 160. Good value on them to get a win on the money line. So again, Brighton plus 160. The next one I'm going to look at for Saturday is Wolverhampton against Sunderland. Two teams with not a lot to play for. Both teams getting plus money odds there, which means the books are trying to figure out what way to go, kind of pushing people towards a draw. Wolves at plus 255 to win at home. I kind of like. There's, again, not a lot of things for these guys to play for, but I am going to say Wolves plus 255 to get the result on the money line. As we go into Sunday, I've got 3 bets for Sunday in England. We're looking at the biggest game is going to be Man U versus Liverpool. Classic rivalry matchup here. Both teams are pretty set in the top 4 right now, but we are seeing a lot of jockeying for seeding for those spots after Arsenal and City. So there's only 3 points between the two teams, but this game is at Old Trafford. Liverpool's been hugely inconsistent. They looked great last weekend, but as a Liverpool fan, I can tell you, for what goes up tends to go down. So for that reason, even though both teams are getting plus money here again as well, Man United plus 130 at home. That's going to be my bet on the money line. I'm taking that one to the window. Crystal Palace and Bournemouth after that. I don't love a result in this game, but I do love under 2.5 goals. I'm seeing that on DraftKings at plus 115 today. 4 of the last 5 matchups that these clubs have gone under. Last time they played, they scored 6 goals combined. It was a 3-3 draw there. Again, both teams pretty clear on where they're at in the table, so don't really care about the result. Bournemouth's manager is being linked to Chelsea. There could be some instability there. There might be value in considering a Palace win, but under 2.5 plus 115, that's the safe play. That's the one we're taking in that matchup. And then after that, Aston Villa against Tottenham on Sunday. Anytime I can get plus money for a team to beat Tottenham, with all due respect to Tottenham, I'm going to take it. So Aston Villa plus 115 over Tottenham is the play on Sunday. Should be a bounce-back game for Aston Villa. They lost to Fulham away last weekend. Spurs are fighting for survival, but again, if I can't trust a team at the higher end of the table to be consistent in getting results, I don't know if their third manager of the year is going to be able to do the same for them now. So Aston Villa, love the bounce back. They're in the 5th spot right now. They want to come up and fight with Man U and Liverpool for seeding. So for that reason, Villa gets it done on Saturday. So those are your 5 results for what's going to be happening in the Prem. Let's come back to this side of the pond and talk about a few games in MLS this weekend. As always, we're going to take the over in every MLS game. 8 out of 15 results hit the over last weekend, so that keeps us up over 60% for the season. So again, if you're not taking the overs, I really don't know what you're doing if you're betting on footy. When it comes to some individual matchups, there's some pretty interesting lines that I saw out there, so I want to share a few of those with you guys for your consideration. First one being on Saturday, San Jose versus Toronto. San Jose's on fire. If you're not paying attention to what they're doing right now, I know they're not your classic big market team in MLS. Timo Werner is going nuts. He's got 4 goals in 7 matches, I think, so far, rounding into form. They've won 5 in a row. Going to ride the wave here. San Jose over Toronto plus 100 on the money line. That's where we're going. After that, we go to Columbus, Ohio. We've got Columbus Crew against Minnesota United. Columbus is favored in this matchup, which is interesting to me because Minnesota's definitely been the better team so far. There's like a 500-point differential on the line here, so for Columbus to be at like minus 155, Minnesota plus 310 to win, I feel like the value there for Minnesota too big. I would take a flyer on it for them to get a win on the road against the Columbus Crew. So again, that's Minnesota plus 310 on the money line. We then go to Philadelphia, where we've got Nashville against Philly. There's a 17-point differential between these two teams in the table right now, and the books are giving them pretty similar plus money odds to win. Nashville had a bit of a step back last weekend, I believe. So again, like, there's just certain clubs that if I can get plus money for them, I'm going to take them right now. Nashville's one of them. Nashville plus 185 to get the win over Philly. After that, we go out west for the last two fixtures for this weekend. The first one is San Diego against LAFC. San Diego started out looking real good. They have lost 5 in a row now. LAFC kind of stumbled a little bit after coming out of the gate red hot. Both teams are getting plus 145 to get a win this weekend. I can't pick one or the other right now. I don't trust either team, but plus 285 for a draw for this game at Snapdragon Stadium in San Diego. Love the potential there for value. So screw it. Let's take it. It's kind of like a derby, even though you've got the two clubs in LA. So I think there's going to be a lot of traveling support there, probably some interesting officiating. Again, the goals will be what they are, but the draw plus 285, let's do it. And then the last one we're going to take to the window for the weekend, as I just told Jemiah when I was having lunch right before this, anytime you can get plus money on the Vancouver Whitecaps this year, you got to do it. So they're playing the Galaxy in LA Sunday night. I'm going to take Vancouver in that plus money all day, every day, until the wheels fall off there. So Vancouver plus 100 to get the win in LA. That is my last official pick for the weekend. So to give you guys a quick recap, what are the picks? We got 5 matches in the Premier League. We got 5 matches in MLS. Let me hit them all again, and then we're out of here. So again, in the Prem, we're going to go Brighton plus 160 on the money line. We're going Wolverhampton Wolves plus 255 on the money line. I'm going Manchester United, as much as I hate it, plus 130 on the money line. Crystal Palace and Bournemouth under 2.5 plus 115. Aston Villa plus 115 on the money line over Tottenham. And as we come back here to MLS again, we're going San Jose plus 100 over Toronto, Minnesota plus 310 over Columbus, Nashville plus 185 over Philly, San Diego LAFC draw at plus 285, and Vancouver plus 100 against the LA Galaxy. Those are your footy picks for the weekend, guys. If you have anything that you agree or disagree with, please feel free to put it in the comments for me. Let me know how much you love or hate the picks. And I look forward to getting back with Jemiah next week for our next formal edition of To The Window. And guys, again, we're so close to 100 subscribers. If you can please like, share, comment, put it out there to everybody you know. It really helps the channel, really helps us take down the algorithm. So, again, that's everything I have for you today. Take care of yourselves today and every day. Once again, this is Chris with To The Window. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.